If you want to attract your dream man, your dream woman, you need to be that. You need to be someone that they would be attracted to. If you want a really high value man who is a successful entrepreneur or a CEO somewhere, someone who's going to give you a lavish life and take you around the world, if that's what you want, okay, well, hey, you can't be dumb like a rock. He's probably not going to want that. Actually, that type of guy actually might want that. But if you want a real relationship with him, you can't be dumb as a rock.
Hey, welcome back to That's What He Said. I'm your host, Natalie, and this is a podcast about dating. Before you watch, make sure you subscribe, follow, like, comment, rate, review, and share the show. Let's find out what he said.
We're back. Hello, everybody. Hello, lovers. By the way, I'm going to start calling you guys that. Lovers, since, we're all here looking for our true love, our soulmate, our person. So you are all now the That's What He Said lovers. You're stuck with me today. It's just me and you. We're doing a little introduction to season 2. I want to start by saying there's so much exciting stuff coming. I'm going to get into all of it. We have new segments, exciting guests that I am going to tease a little bit. So many ideas, things that I want to talk about, things that I have to update y'all on, like just so much good juiciness. So I can't wait to get into all of that. What is this curl doing? Ma'am, let me just say, when you have curly hair, every day is an adventure. Is this better? I don't know. I think so. So I want to start by thanking y'all, everyone who's listening right now. Thank you so much for making season 1 possible. It has been one of the most amazing experiences of my life to go from just having a thought of a project that I had no idea how to tackle and turning it into something that's not only a full-blown reality, but something that has gained success, gained viewers quickly, and people like the show and people are getting a lot out of it and building a community. So many of y'all I have great conversations with in the DMs, and it's amazing. So thank you so much. Thank you for watching, for engaging. Every like, every comment, every share, every DM, like all of it means so much to me. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Just to recap season 1, if you are new here, you can go back. You don't have to start from the beginning. Actually, low key, please don't start from the beginning because I really just jumped into it and had no idea what I was doing, no experience. So the episodes get better in quality, in my opinion, as the further into the season we got. So you can go back to the beginning. Absolutely. That's a great episode with Trey Pinkney, the first one, but you don't have to. You can start with whatever episode looks interesting to you. So I'll give you a little recap. Season 1 highlights. To be honest, it's hard to pick and choose favorites or highlight moments because it was all just so freaking good. All of it was so good. I have to say one of my favorites, because I think there's so much value in it and people can get so much benefit from it, is the episode with Kevin Pascoe. So it's called What is Masculinity and How Do I Get It with Kevin Pascoe. He is a TikTok influencer, but not influencer. He is a masculinity coach. He's a life coach. He's absolutely incredible. He's very spiritual. He's very wise. He's lived it. So he's, speaking from lived experience on masculinity, and it applies to both men and women because, as women, we're looking for a healthy masculine man. We want to be healthy. We want to be balanced in a healthy way between our feminine and our masculine energy. And same goes for our partner. So it's just so good. He talks about like how to cultivate healthy masculinity in men, how to cultivate healthy femininity, how to, in a sense, manifest this person that you're looking for. He tells an incredible, almost unbelievable story about him and his current partner, Alina, like about this list that he made and how she came into his life and literally checks off everything on this list. It's just amazing. It's very transformational. Something he said on that episode that I'll never forget is you have to, two things. You have more control over your life than you think you do. That really impacted me because in the midst of everything he was saying, I just had this light bulb moment, this shedding of a layer over my eyes that, this is also something he said, life is not happening to me, it's happening for me. So there's always something good, some sort of lesson in every breakup, every heartbreak, every disappointment, which, as a lot of you know, I've been through a ton of. So kind of shifting the way that we look at those things will actually open us up for more positivity, more good people in our lives, and more love. And ultimately, we will attract exactly what we're looking for. It's kind of in a way like dismantling the victim mentality of like all of these terrible relationships, all of these terrible heartbreaks, all these terrible breakups keep happening to me. When am I going to find this person where it's a good thing that happens to me, rather than looking at it as a seamless journey of life where every single thing that is happening in our life is happening for us, for a purpose, whether it be a lesson, whether it be we are supposed to touch that other person in some way and affect their life, whether it's to make a connection somewhere else. It's a connecting flight in a sense to where you're supposed to end up. So, that's definitely an episode that I recommend everyone watching. We had 3 married couples on season 1, the Westlands, the Stanleys, and the Davises. And those episodes are definitely a highlight for me always, because I get so much out of it, hearing from married couples who have had success and like they're doing it, and hearing their stories of how they got to where they are, how they found their person, how they overcame so many obstacles, challenges. I mean, everything from 7 or 8 years of long distance with the Davises, like coast to coast long distance. The Westlands, their episode was called Why Are Men Afraid of Commitment? And they talk about their challenges, Austin's in particular, about his mental blocks when it came to marriage and commitment, and how he overcame those things, and how Mary stood by him and worked through that with him. And then the Stanleys are just incredible. They're literally just like actual angels from heaven that were just bloop, dropped down for us to listen to and watch and admire and model after. So that one, I can't even explain it. Like, you just literally have to watch that one. So we've got, as far as the married couples that I suggest going back and watching, we have What Makes a Man Fall in Love with the Stanleys. We have Why Are Men Afraid of Commitment with the Westlands. And we have When You Know, You Know, ? With the Davises. So highly recommend all of those 3, especially if you don't have couples in your life that you really truly look up to, that you really truly admire. So that can be super inspiring and life-giving, and it can restore hope for a lot of us single folk out here in the streets struggling. Okay, I want to touch on how you all can help me grow the show. So if you believe in what I'm doing here, if you want to continue to see more episodes of That's What He Said, you want to hear from these men, you want more male guests to come on, I do need your help. This is not something that I can do single-handedly. So practical ways that you can help me grow the show are, it's very simple, engagement. So everything that you can do to engage. It's not stalkerish. It's not weird. You don't have to play hard to get with me. You don't have to act cool. You don't have to act like you don't like the show that much, whether I know you or don't know you. Please engage. So on everybody, absolutely go and subscribe on YouTube. Everybody has a YouTube app. So if you're logged in, go to my channel, hit subscribe. Even if you don't ever use that platform, if you listen on Apple or something, that's fine. But YouTube helps so much generating an audience. So if you can do that, and if you are listening on Apple or Spotify, you're just on audio, I definitely recommend heading over to YouTube sometimes to watch video, especially when we have very good looking men on the show. It certainly does not hurt, and women. And when we have our comedians, you know who they are. So that's always funny to watch. But yes, definitely head over to YouTube, leave a comment, like, subscribe, share. You can hit the share button, send it to somebody that you know. That is super, super helpful. So the other big place of engagement is social media, Instagram, TikTok. I'm more so active on Instagram than on TikTok, but they both exist. So please, I beg of you, I am not ashamed to beg. I am not above begging. Please like everything that you see. If you watch all my stories, if I post a reel to my story, please click it, please like it, share it. If it's something that is valuable that you think you might want to look back on later, save it. Send my profile to someone that you think would like it. It's not weird. It's not stalkerish. Leave comments. I love comments. As much as I enjoy filming and sitting here talking to myself, I much more enjoy talking to y'all. So please leave a comment. I will comment back. That engagement really just helps to drive more viewers, more audience. And the more we can grow the show in that way, the better it's going to get for everybody involved. So I thank you in advance. I love you guys. Thank you. Also, lastly, leaving a review. So you can go on the Apple Podcast or the Spotify app, find my show, hit follow, and then you can click on leave a review, leave a star rating, and that is super helpful as well. So thank you for doing that. And just make sure you're following everywhere on all platforms. Again, you're not stalking me. I love it. Please do it. It's so, I appreciate it so much. Okay, so moving on to the good stuff. Season 2. What are we doing? What's happening? First of all, the first thing that's happening is I'm catching you guys up on my dating life. Wow. It's been interesting. I'll say that. I've really been on a transformational journey, definitely over the past year. Doing this podcast has had a lot to do with that, but also just spiritually, I've grown a lot. I've evolved a lot. I'm exploring a lot more things, self-growth, self-improvement, healing. I have done a lot of incredible healing. So I'm really excited to mix that into the show. You're going to hear some of those things. You're going to taste this new flavor of Natalie in the show, this new perspective that I have on life and on love and relationships that is so good. It's so freeing. I've just kind of like broadened my mental bandwidth in so many different ways, spiritually, intellectually, romantically. So I'm excited. I hope y'all don't think I'm like a crazy person, but like if you do, it's fine. Yeah, you probably already do actually. So so just get ready for that. That's gonna be great. We have a new segment. So season 1, we had 3 segments. First segment is What Did He Say?, which is always a topic question, me interviewing typically a man or couple and asking a hard question that women want or need to know the answer to as our topic of conversation. So that would be things like, why do men ghost? Why do men watch pornography? Then our second segment was story time, which we all love. We all know and love. Hilarious, shocking, sad, relatable. Story time is not going anywhere, don't worry. Neither is What Did He Say? And then, of course, What She Said. So our What She Said episodes are where I'm interviewing a female, which we had several amazing women on the show. And we're kind of getting the female perspective on what the men have said on the show and sharing our experiences out there in the dating world. Because we don't want this to be too one-sided. That's what he said, but ladies got to speak up too. So those are our 3 segments. Don't worry, those are not going anywhere. We are adding a 4th segment that I'm super stoked about, which is called Glow Up. Let me tell you about Glow Up. So the Glow Up segments are going to be episodes with someone who is going to help you self-improve. So that might look like a personal trainer giving advice on getting in shape, losing weight, healthy body image, healthy body composition, how to work out, what to do when you go to the gym, what gym should you go to, things like that. Something that's educational with a professional of some sort that is going to help you improve yourself. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing Glow Up? Because I just firmly believe that if you want to attract your dream man, your dream woman, you need to be that. You need to be someone that they would be attracted to. So not just physically, not just looks wise, but in every aspect. If you want a really high value man who is a successful entrepreneur or a CEO somewhere, someone who's going to give you a lavish life and take you around the world, if that's what you want, okay, well, hey, you can't be dumb like a rock. He's probably not going to want that. Actually, that type of guy actually might want that. But if you want a real relationship with him, you can't be dumb as a rock. So that's Glow Up. I'm super pumped. It's going to be great. And it's called Glow Up because we're all just going to glow up together. The better you are, the better your dating prospects are. So if you're looking for a man who is in shape, who's smart, who's kind, who's a godly man, who's respectful, who's healed his childhood trauma, who doesn't sleep around, who's healthy, hey, guess what? You need to be all those things. Don't be out here wishing for a man whose energy you do not match. That's silly. That will end with you always being disappointed because you're attracting the wrong type of people. So what do we do about this? Glow up. Listen to the Glow Up episodes. Get better together. Listen to all the episodes, but we're going to get better together. So what else is coming up? I'm going to tease. I'm going to go ahead and give it away. It was a surprise, but newsflash, I don't really keep surprises very well. Our first guest, which is that episode is dropping next Sunday, is the one and only Adam Allred. So if you already don't know him from social media, I'm obsessed with him. I've definitely shared some of his content on my Instagram. You may have seen me sporting his hat once or twice that says "Make Men Great Again." So that tells you a little bit about who he is. But he has a brand all about helping men be real men and helping them evolve and them grow. So that interview is dropping next Sunday. Look him up, Adam Allred Official, on Instagram or TikTok, and Allred is spelled Allred. I will tag him in the description below, but look him up. Get excited for that episode next week because it's so good. It's so freaking good. Yes, to answer your question, he is married. So I'm sorry. He's very good looking, but he is married to an amazing woman from what I hear. So that's coming up. We also have Shelby Nunn coming up, which is such a good episode. The couple I mentioned earlier, the Davises, Carly Nunn Davis is the older sister. Shelby Nunn is the younger sister. She's single. She's incredible. Y'all are going to absolutely love her and everything she has to say. She talks about her story, her highs and lows through dating, a very toxic relationship she went through that led her into a very sacred, very fruitful single season, and has now led her into the relationship she's in today. So don't miss that. That'll be coming in within the next couple of weeks. Seriously, that family, like, I don't know what kind of water they're drinking, the Nun family, but I need some of that because they're literally perfect. Not actually, but like, actually, yeah, they are. So that's cool. I also have a story time coming up. As of today, it has not been filmed, but that's only because I'm working up a little bit of courage to film it. And it'll be out in the next few weeks as well. And it is called MAGA Girl Dates White Dude for Harris. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be juicy. And yes, I'm the MAGA girl. And I did date a white dude for Harris. So stay tuned for that. Don't judge. I mean, you can. We listen and we don't judge. No, actually, we listen. We do judge, but we love you anyways. So please spare me your abusive comments. But it's happening. It's happening because we need to talk about it. And it's hilarious. Is it hilarious? I'm not sure. It's interesting what happened. It's very interesting. There's some humor in it for sure. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, why did I lose my mind for a minute and think that was going to work out? That's humorous. Not sure. We'll see. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it for sure. So that's everything that's coming up in season 2. In summary, thank you again for listening. Thank you in advance for your engagement on the podcast platforms as well as social media. Thank you for sharing the show. Thank you for being a part of it. Just thank you, thank you, thank you. And season 2, we're here. We have arrived. It is 2025 and anything can happen. Anything. I truly believe that. Because I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you an intuition that I received this week is that not only does the man that I want exist, but he exists in abundance. Hands down. The person that you're looking for not only exists, but they exist in abundance, meaning there are many people that you are compatible with that can build a relationship with you that is literally a dream, a fantasy. Nothing's perfect. There is no, fairy tale out there. A fairy tale is not real, but a dream relationship, real love, real, true, unconditional love, it does exist. And there's a lot of it out there. So we're going to gear up. We're going to continue our quest to finding it, to figuring out how to find it, to getting better together, to shedding our behaviors, our thoughts, our patterns that do not serve us, that are keeping us from our soulmate. We're going to get rid of those, leave it in the past. So we're doing this work together. And season 2, it's going to be so good. Y'all have no idea. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to today's episode of That's What He Said. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope you're taking away something valuable that will benefit your dating life. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, please give this show a follow, rate, and review. And if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, like this video, and most importantly, comment below because I want to hear what you said. See you next time. Thank you.